Alright, I'm gonna have to do that. It looks pretty cool, and I think we're probably gonna have to get it because you can play it with your friends, and it's pretty much racing, but it's like destruction derby type racing, but more with the Grand Theft Auto 5 looking feel to it by the looks of what I saw. I think it's been out on PC or something for a while, or else I don't know. I couldn't find it in the store yet, so apparently it either hasn't came out or I was just not searching correctly. Wreckfest, like as in a wreck and then fest, Wreckfest. I figured we would just do a regular course first and then do the par 3 one, but we'll turn the wind off for the par 3 to give us some chances for some aces. Okay, are you ready, sir?
Yep, you hear a lot of sniffling, that's what I got a cold, not what I'm snorting crackling.
I wouldn't judge you either way, but
Right?
crack does kill, but you're an adult. You're a big boy. It's been a little while since I've played this game. I haven't streamed a round in 3 weeks because I had to even look. I was like, shit, when was the last time I even streamed a round of golf?
Yeah, the last time we played.
Man, I can't explain to you how much money that frickin' casino game screwed me out of. There was literally a 2 or 3 day deal where they were having some serious glitching issues, and every time on that Wins of Fortune I would get the bonus 8 win or the spins. After about 2 spins I would notice that I had no, like, there was no score keeping track of how many chips I had won like normal.
Right.
So, like, normally it's as it's progressing up and adding, it's telling you what you've won. That thing never went over, so I had no idea what I was winning. And then it never failed. It was always about a spin 5 or 6. The son of a bitch would just sit there and spin and spin and spin and spin, and it wouldn't even let me exit out. I was just like stuck there, so I would have to shut off my game. I'd go back, I'd be 40,000 coins less. It like took the, as if I did the 10 full spins, and then it didn't even give me what I would have won had I finished the bonuses, because there were a few where I was killing it. I was getting wilds and all this stuff, and I was like, dude, I may not be able to see my score. I'm like, but I'm getting a hella good score.
Yeah, that's good.
And that literally happened. Like, there was a 3 or 4 hour period where I was just sitting there, and like almost every other bonus spin that would happen, and I finally just stopped. I was like, I can't do this anymore. And like I said, the next day I get on my shit and I have like way less coins than I expected to be having, and I was like, what the hell happened here? But I just went with it. I put in a glitch report because I figure it's not like I'm, if they want to look at me to see if I'm lying, they can check it out for themselves. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm not making this shit up. I'm sure people fucking do all the goddamn time. It's like, but trust me, I'm not fucking sending this bug report in for fun. It's like I want my chips. I don't want to be sending in bug reports. Oof. But yeah, I never got contacted. I never got said anything, and they never gave me any money back or anything. So I was like, well, whatever. I was like, it is what it is. I did what I could try to do, and I left it be after that. I didn't push the matter anymore. Nice putt, dude.
I needed that after that.
But yeah, I burned through those chips pretty fast trying to get to that VIP, and I'm just I don't know, I'm about 22% short. I just couldn't quite get there even with that million. Like I said, I think you need about 1,000,005 or a million, 175 probably to get that VIP too. It's either that or you just need to have some really kick-ass luck. That I had some pretty kick-ass luck to start, but after it dwindles away, you can only do so much, and you can't you can't really gain any VIP by not playing it. So your only option is to either play it and keep losing money and hope for the best, or literally, just go buy a fucking $20 card and bite the bullet. But I don't know. I didn't feel like wasting $20 on it with other games that are coming out and whatnot. But that might change. If I get a good paycheck, that could change quickly. Wow, I didn't think that was a full swing too. That wind really pushed it back further than I expected it to on a short shot. I was gonna flop it, but I changed it to full and just brought it back to like 86 and a half, and I don't know. I thought it'd fly a little further, but and I know I hit it full too. Whoa. See, I got on Grand Theft Auto just to screw around for a little bit because I was bored one night, and I didn't spend a lot of time on there because I ended up having to leave shortly after I got on, of course. But I think I had like $3.5 million. I don't remember having that much money. I guess I don't know. Well, I thought I had like 2.1, and I thought you had like 3.1, but I guess maybe I was wrong.
That's what I thought too.
Cause I know I got that $250,000 that like they gave just anybody that logged in during that week. But I don't know, maybe I just was off and I had more money than I thought or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I can remember it being anything special.
I just keep waiting for the day I log on there and like literally everything is like 50 or 75% off, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta message Teets.
Yeah, we're getting that beyond that.
And I just know after watching quite a bit of YouTube videos, I think that Wreckfest would be a fun game because you can play it with just you and your friend against a bunch of AI computer people, or you can play it online against a bunch of actual, players. So it looked like you can kind of control your environment to, depending on what type of racing you were looking to get into. And the other cool thing is you can change your AI's skill. So if you feel like maybe you're killing them a little too much, you can turn their skill up and they'll drive a little more aggressively.
Um,
And I wouldn't see it being like a $60 game, but I could be wrong. Maybe it is when it first comes out. I don't know. Say I was gonna look into it a little more on the internet after I got done off the PS4 tonight. Like I said, I just real quick searched the. I just put in the word wreck, and of course, all that came up was like some WrestleMania shit, and then some Wreck-It Ralph was about the only thing that came up once I finished the word wreck. So I didn't see it yet, and those were not the things I was looking for.
right?
Get in there. Whoa! Damn. So that was a double eagle.
Nice one.
Thank you, sir. I had to go save that because that was like from 172 or yeah, it was like
Yeah, I
172
think
or
it's still pretty
173 yards out. Pretty much, it was just like this shot. Wish I kind of remembered a little better what I did.
You put in the hole.
Well, that much I recall. I guess the wind is at our back this time. Last time it was a little at an angle, so. I hit it too hard, I bet. Yep. Woof. I had to put some pretty serious spinner. That fucker, I have a feeling, was going to go a little ways further than I cared for. I honestly think I just overthought that shit way too much, man. I do that. Oh shit! I just totally had a good memory because we were playing this game that the other day I just searched for par 3 courses nearby where I live here, and I found a shit ton of them, dude. I was ki-
Really?
I was kind of blown away how many golf courses also offer most of them were 9 holes, and I'm assuming they're not the greatest 9 holes in the world, but I don't really care.
Right?
I think it'd be kind of fun to just go out and get a couple buddies and say, "Hey, let's go out there and see what happens."
Yeah, maybe,
Yep, I knew it. I knew it. I should have left it alone, but I moved it that last bit and it screwed me. Fucking humbling sport, you. Still too excited over that double eagle. Nice job, sir.
thank you.
My boss had to go into the hotel at 3 o'clock this morning. She wasn't supposed to start her shift until 7 or 8 in the morning. Instead, she had to go in at 3
Wow.
just because the overnight person is just, I don't know if they just aren't understanding their job or what the problem is, but it sounds like they just are having issues. Last week we had a car start on fire in our parking lot.
Interesting.
It was the other overnight desk person's car. Wasn't even running either. That's the thing that really kind of freaks me out.
Right, so guys are throwing back on the driveway or something.
That's everybody's like, well, they're like cars can start on fire without it being running. A car can just short out. The only thing I'm thinking is, or they could have tried to throw a cigarette out of the back or the window and it didn't make it. But nobody, like out of like 8 people, including some fire people, like firemen, not one person threw that out as a theory. And I'm just sitting there the whole time thinking, not one person is gonna say,
That's like, it's happened to me before.
that's what I was thinking. I was, dude, like, these things do happen to normal people. I've been around it once.
Right?
Like that whole one cigarette can start a whole car on fire. It's a true thing. Like it's real.
Real.
It's too bad you guys wouldn't have had that one insurance company when it happened. You could have your commercial where they're like, June 5th,
Oh
two
yeah.
thousand four.
It happened.
It happened. We covered it.
Yeah, also, yeah.
That would just be a cool little trophy thing to see in their little building of all their trophies of things of squirrels, eating this or whatever caused it, and there's like
Right.
a melted car with you know, the Marlboro Man leaning up against it. It just didn't go as far to the left. Me and Amber were talking about a few summers ago when me and my brother idiotically took on that gigantic fireworks stand, and
Oh, I remember that.
that was just insanity at its greatest right there, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah,
Well, it's honestly it's something I wouldn't mind doing the older I get, but at that time because of like we had a baby at the time, so like that was difficult for Amber to really do anything to help us cuz we had a kid running around constantly and
Right.
my brother was like my brother, he like had a seizure in Walmart while we're running the stand. I send him over to get drinks and stuff like that. And the next thing I know, I got a Walmart employee. Are you? Is your? I think I found your brother at Walmart. He just had a seizure. I'm like, what?
Crazy.
Um, I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me, man. I was like, as if this week can get any dumber. I'm like, well, is he okay or what's up? Yeah, they have him up and sitting around. Now he just wanted me to come tell you. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, he's like my only employee, dude. Like he's like the other boss. I'm like, what the hell? Like he's not allowed to have diabetic seizures right now, dude. We talked to him about this.
Gonna have to write him up.
Yeah, it's like this is definitely a ride up a little fence. It's like he's lucky this is just one. It could be all three at once. Yeah, that was just dumb. My dad had to come down and thank God he came down and helped, and a couple other people chipped in and helped. Yeah, made some pretty killer fucking money though for only actually being open for like 6 out of the 7 selling days.
Oh, wow.
Like even
That's
after,
crazy here. Like, I hate doing fireworks in Lincoln because when we sell the day before the 4th of July,
right?
the day
Whoa.
before.
Yeah, that's really dumb. That's like, what's even the point? I mean, I don't know.
And then you're just packing everything in there. But,
Well, that's the problem. It causes too much of a goddamn frenzy, and
yeah,
I don't know.
waiting in line.
They should just do it like 3 or 4 days or something, and only sell certain things on certain days. I don't know, something to just do. I don't know. That just seems stupid as hell to me.
Yeah, it is. You can drive to this other town that's like, I don't know, like 20 minutes away and they sell them, but,
You should just
I
tell
think
me.
we need,
You should just get me a list of things you want, and I'll pick you up some Husker Do's, some Husker Donuts, some Whizzly Whirls, some
yeah,
Twirly D's.
we can do that.
Like, I gotta go meet Teetz halfway real quick. And back, what are you two up to? I'll be like, fireworks.
Fireworks.
She'd probably tell me we're not allowed in the same place at the same time with fireworks, so.
Yeah, probably.
Which may or may not be the worst thing in the world, but it is what it is. I still have all 10 of my freaking fingers, and I can kind of hear out of both ears, so I feel like it's been a pretty successful career with fireworks.
Yeah, I'm good.
I know some people that have lost a lot more of both those things because of fireworks, so I feel pretty solid about myself.
Yeah.
Especially with some of the fireworks shenanigans. It's like, yeah, I should feel pretty good about that. Almost 40 years of almost 100% hearing and 10 digits.
Indeed.
I helped fuck up the inside of Harris's truck pretty good though that night when that 99 went off in my lap.
Yeah, I can see that. That's some issues.
I wish we would have had cell phones and YouTube and live streaming and all that shit at that time because that video right there would have made millions of views for all the right and wrong reasons. People would have made fun of us, I'm sure, and we'd have been called some pretty horrible names, but at the end of the day, we still would have gotten rich off of it, so. that 10% of hearing that I did lose would have at least been a little more worth it, just saying. I still, to this day, cannot understand the, like, scientific things that had to happen for that to work out the way it did. I mean, you're talking about, like, just every condition that had to go into that making it happen happened. And somehow, some way, a spark got onto that shit, and next thing I know, dude, just I don't even know how to describe it. It was just a different type of sensation having 99 black cats go off on your crotch inside of a pickup truck. Like, the best part too was I throw one out the window so we can, because Harris like, I want to hear it under the underpass, and I'm like, all right. I was like, stop, shut up, get there, and I'll let one off. So I'm sitting there holding it, waiting to light it, and I used my lighters because I thought if I use a cigarette, I'm risking dropping a piece of the cigarette onto my lap and making all of these go off. What my mind should have said is, hey, dumbass, you should probably take these 99 firecrackers off your balls and put them somewhere else before you light that one, even with a lighter. But I didn't think that for some reason, dude. All I thought was a cigarette's a bad idea, so I guess I was thinking, I just wasn't fully thinking. And yeah, like I said, the best part is not one of us heard that one I threw out the window. It was the silent firecracker. It's the one that got away. His car, the inside of his truck was just filled with paper, more paper than I've ever seen in my life. And it was in that nice new pickup truck. It was like 2 years old. Oh, it was too crazy. Girlfriend walks in the bedroom, starts talking to me, and I can see her mouth moving, but I can't hear a single fucking word she's saying. And I finally, it was just like I put my hands up, and I quietly tried to say it because I had been yelling everything for a while. I was like, I can't hear anything you're saying to me right now because I had a firework accident about 20 minutes ago. And I took my hands off my crotch, and I had an ice bag, and I moved the ice, and there was just holes everywhere. But I could read lips, and I got called a fucking dumb asshole. That much I did get 100% with no sound going in the ears. So. Yeah, there's a few close calls, but some more dangerous than others. That one really was. I mean, that one could have went, I guess, really, like could have started his truck on fire, or worse yet, me on fire. But as far as yeah, I really did. I thought you did lose at least a part of a finger, but all you lost was a lighter. That was a pretty good win, really, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because either we should have been blind, or somebody should have lost a finger in that one.
I mean, it was like, I don't know, quite an inch away with my hand, but it's just letting go of it. I think just the air blew my hand away so fast, it should put it out.
Yeah, we got called fucking dumbasses for that one too. Because she was present for that one.
Yeah,
She was like 10 feet above where I was sitting up on the porch when you did that. That some bitch just went off, and there was just shit flying everywhere, hitting my dad's grill, and so I'm like, oh my god. Are you okay? And you're like, you look down, you're like, I got all fingers. I lost my lighter. We did, like 2 months later, I was sitting out back smoking a cigarette, and Amber and me were just sitting back there, and next thing I know, I walked out and I felt something with my foot, And I said, I just kicked something, and I kicked it, towards her, and she picked it up and just started laughing. Yeah, and it was a lighter. I was like, I know exactly where that came from. That's funny. I had an artillery shell go off super close to my house here when my dad and brother were here. Well, my fucking dad was pissed as hell. It went like right. He had just gotten a brand new car, and they brought it down here, and one of the like fireballs, like went right over top of it. I was like, sorry. It's like I should have told you before we did this. There's a risk that something might go wrong. I was like, it's not 100% type of science even for the pros. So what do you expect from me here, man? Brother thought it was a hell of a show. He loved it. I thought it was a good show too. I still wish they'd just let us have freaking bottle rockets in this state. I just look at some of the shit they allow here, and yet we can't have a stick with a black cat on it. Are you kidding me?
I know. It's like those ones, like those plastic rockets that are so heavy when they
Dude,
come down.
yeah, some of those things could impale a human being through the eye so easily and be on fire still. Those
Yeah, I've seen one laying on a roof and still be on fire.
Even those little miniature friggin' tanks could fucking do some serious damage if given the right situation. But no, no,
Yeah.
sticks with a black cat, absolutely not.
And
I still think there's got to be some other explanation to it because that just doesn't make any sense to me.
yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
Especially, it's like every year they come up with something that's more dangerous, and I'm like, so where are the bottle rockets at? Oh, they're illegal still. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, have you seen the shit you're selling around here? It's like 75% of this stuff, according to that type of, ideology, should probably be illegal. What the hell, man? Let's start a petition to get bottle rockets legalized in Nebraska, and maybe that'll be the first step we need towards some other things getting legalized in the state of Nebraska. We'll
I don't
start.
know. Apparently Trump's supporting
I heard.
these things.
I heard for the federal, yeah, he was just gonna drop the whole thing, and that would pretty much just open the floodgates. So I don't know what's taking so long, but whatever. I'd sure like to get a good night's rest. If I could get the
I
correct.
think now that Canada's opening up, and Canada's going to be making all this money.
Well, he knows Canada's gonna be stealing all this money from him. That's a pretty big border. I remember hearing stories of people all the way from Nebraska to go to Canada just to have, like beer parties for like big events and stuff like graduations and shit like that. And then from the super old folks, you hear stories about when they go to Kansas back in the day. Because I'm pretty sure Kansas had like a super low drinking age, but that didn't last very long, as one would imagine.
Yeah.
This is my glitch hole where
Oh, yeah.
Well, I shouldn't call it necessarily a glitch, but it's just a shortcut, I guess. At least it feels like one for me. It makes the second shot easy because you're from a guaranteed 100%. There's no trees in your way. You really can't over or under hit it. It's considered a tee box, but I don't know what tee it's for, but it's like the backside of a giant tee box, so I don't know. I just know I've had a lot more success once I figured out this was over here with this shot than the other one.
Yeah, the other one's really stretching. The first shot's really stretching.
God damn, I got this weird little right twinge going down. I probably would have been right in the hole because I did exactly what I wanted. It just went right, like, because I just pushed it a little right. A little rusty. Man, that almost just one hop and dropped. I downloaded Trials Fusion. It's like a motorcycle game, but it's like on a platform, so it's not like a crazy, difficult game. It's like it's kind of easy to pick up, but it was free, so I figured I might as well get it just to have it. And that's pretty cool because you can compete against your friends' times pretty much is what you're, up against at the end of the day, and it keeps track of their best scores and everything. It's one of those games that you won't play forever by any means. I mean, maybe the die-hard fan would, but I won't play it forever. I'll play it until I'm like, yep, I've made it to where I can never get any further, and that's just the end of that. So, but it's cool because I have like 7 or 8 friends that have it, so I have a bunch. It's kind of nice that I can go up against all my friends' scores, so I can always go back and try any track over and over as many times as you want. So in that aspect, I guess if you just wanted to fuck around, and it did have this team thing that I never really looked into, but apparently you start like a team and your scores add up against other teams. I don't know. But like I said, put it this way, my kids were able to pick it up after about 2 or 3 days and be semi-decent at it. And even Chris is, surprisingly pretty decent with it. Really, all you gotta do is R2 is your brake, L2 is your brake, R2 is your gas, and then you lean left to go lean backwards on your bike. You click it once back to the right, which brings you to the middle part of your bike, and then you click it once to the right to lean forward, and that's all your buttons right there. So really, it just takes a couple, days worth of getting that balance down, and once you get it down, it's pretty simple. Get in there. I was gonna say I have a feeling it looks simple, but it's probably not as simple as it looks. I don't even need the little dotted line here to know what you're seeing right now.
It's probably cut too. So. Hold on.
Nice.
Figured that would be the one I'm running.
Well, damn, there for a second we had 3 people watching, dude. That's fine, yeah. I'll take a couple extra seconds on my shot, too. Oof. Ah, oh, come back. I put a lot of backspin on it, too. I thought it would kick back a little more, but it did not. Just as I had hoped, we got a close match going here. I like it.
Yeah, just that one time when you drove to the field.
Yeah, that one, I pulled way ahead with that fucking double eagle, and then I went and screwed it all up by missing that really, what should have been an easy birdie putt, but it was one of those things where as soon as I hit it, I knew I made the mistake, but it was just like, I don't know. My brain said make an adjustment, because just like you were saying, it's hole high, so I wanted to make sure I thought I adjusted for it, and really I already had. But it is what it is. I would take the double eagle. If you're like, hey, would you take the birdie and take away the double eagle? I'd be like, absolutely not. Like, because that was cool. Ooh, we got a hold of that one. About 99% turbo, 99% swing. It's the best I could offer on that one there. Alright, ball. Let's get another double eagle here. How does that sound? We gotta use 9 iron. Had the right idea. Just that, yeah, just hit a little harder than I wanted it to. So I didn't want to put too much backspin on it and have it go crazy on me, but I think that other shot was a hell of a lot farther than this one. I do not recall using a 9-iron on the other one. Get in there. Damn it. That's a pretty nice shot there, sir.
Little off on my spin.
Alright, I gotta go get a thing of water. You can go ahead and shoot. I'll be literally back in like 10 seconds. Nice little drive down there. So I took the high road. I wanted to be higher than the hole, I think. We'll have to see how well my theory worked.
Always taking the high road.
You'll have to let me know. Mine is 8 feet up where I'm at, and I'm kind of curious what the difference is from down where you are compared to where I am. So mine's 8 feet. That's all we got to remember right now. I'm 118 yards away, and it was 8 feet up. Ah, if it would have just took another bounce. What's your distance and situation?
I'm 115 feet away. And 9 feet up.
Oh wow, it's only a foot, huh? I figured it'd be more than a foot. I figured it'd be like at least a 3 or 4 foot difference from where I was to where you were. At least it looks like it was.
Yeah, I'm like halfway on that.
I'm just overthinking. I just need to stop. Grip it, rip it. I don't know who's out there watching us, but somebody according to this thing is watching. So they're in for some dandy golf down the stretch here, I think. Right? That's
When you put it up, I didn't put a spin on it.
Mine did the same thing though. It took like one big hop and then it just broke away from the hole. So I was kind of surprised that I should have paid more attention before I shot to see what the lie was down here.
Oh shit, I ran out of time.
What?
Fuck. Fuck. Wasn't watching my time. That's stupid. That's so close getting them out.
Well, we all know you'd have probably sunk that, so
I didn't know it's so close. It did take a while on that one. Thanks for one.
didn't feel like you took that goddamn long on it though. Well, in my mind, it's still 16 all. I don't like this timer shit. They should let us take it off if we want to take it off. If you want to use it, fine. If you don't,
It's a ding or something, like at least 15 seconds beforehand. Ding, 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 ding. We're running out of time.
just like one little ping. Man, I still can't. 1 mile an hour and it did that much. I feel like I put it like a good 8 inches away, if not even closer to 10 inches to the right, and it still felt like it pushed it a lot more than 1 mile an hour would. Probably the way I hit it, I suppose. I didn't hit it necessarily straight per se. The start and the finish were straight, but in between wasn't the straightest of things. Yeah, a couple of those par 3 courses I was telling you about, 2 of them are in your town.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I figured something.
I can't remember which 2 courses it was, but one of them I think was one of the fancier courses up there that I think they even have like a senior PGA Tour event there or something. Then one of them was the course in Omaha where they do have the, like every 2 or 3 years I think they have a big event there or something like that. I don't remember. One of them I saw I think was in Columbus. There was one that said that I did not believe for 1 second. I can't remember. I'll have to look again and send it. I can't remember where it said now, but I'm like, there's not even a golf course there. How could there be a par 3 course there? What the fuck? And when I went to look at it, of course, had no website, no information. I was like, I think somebody's messing around, and they just didn't catch it. And they're like, yeah, sure, it's par 3 course. It's like, are you sure a farmer didn't just put a course out in his, like, pasture for a year, and you guys called it a par 3 course? Because I'm just throwing it out there. 5 years ago, we turned my yard into a 2-hole course.
Yeah, my dad always wanted to build a putt putt in the backyard, but we down on horses.
Yeah, that'd be a bitch to maintain with the weather we get here. More so even the humidity than the weather, really. Oh man, this is a doozy of a shot here. Not really a fan of this one, but I don't know if I've ever seen it put at this location. Ah, oh, god damn it. Stay out of the drink. I really did not think it would get that much after all, because I even tried to hit it under the ball to try to get it to go up a little more to slow it down, but did not work one bit. That felt pretty fast to me. Nice. After
Kept it up just from learning from your mistakes.
I was gonna say, after seeing what I did, that's a pretty damn good shot. Because this is not the easiest of normally these are pretty pud, but because of the way I'm sitting and whatnot, I'm not really liking this position either. I'm just really not liking this hole. Because where it has to land is breaking towards the water pretty seriously here. So I'm trying to read it like a really weird putt. Hey! That was a lot more luck than skill there.
Yeah, I'm not too confident in that.
I know that feeling. Nice. Damn. Alright, so we're calling it 21-21 going into this hole, because frankly, fuck their timeouts bullshit.
Yeah, if I would have timed out, I'm pretty sure I would have had that shot.
It was on, my putt was like super straight, so I'm sure of it. After watching you putt tonight, you would have made that putt.
If I had a curve, it was in. I was just getting ready to shoot and it timed out. But either way, I mean, it's my call. I should have been watching the clock.
Yeah, fuck their timeouts. They don't even do anything with this game anymore anyway, so they can suck it. It's 21-all. Somebody's winning or it's a goddamn tie, since they won't let us play extra holes either.
Yeah, that was kind of messed up. Something.
They need to offer the ability for us to play skins games, match play, all that shit. I don't understand why they didn't do any of that stuff. It's like one day they just said, hey, everybody get out of their office and go home, and then they never told anybody to come back. The only guys that come back, it's like 3 guys are there right now sitting behind a server between, 10 to 11 hours a day, just making sure it's at least working. And that's it. That's all they do. They sit there and pick their nose and probably play other video games, or they just play this over and over again and make sure that's probably who the first, second, and third player in the world is. Are the 3 shifts of people who keep the server alive. How did you do today, Larry? I did awesome. I won 7 tournaments. I beat everybody I played online. Good luck today, Steve. That's like by now that weird view thing we get every now and then. Most normal games would have fixed that. They didn't. Oof. So I don't know. I don't know if they decided to go work on something else or what the hell the deal was, but it was strange. I've never played a game before since the I don't even know what, like the update, era where things can be fixed without having to be like, oh, that's all fucked up forever. Right. Back in the day in the game, if a game was fucked up, it was just fucked up. That's just the way it worked. Yeah. It's like they ain't no such thing as an update, kids.
I remember playing Tony Hawk and finding the glitches.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Like millions. Getting out of that glitch was hard.
Right.
Then landed and came down. Maybe we spent like 15 minutes on that glitch.
I think it was NCAA football 2001, where on most football games in the past and even up to this date still, you can only go about 25 to 30 years in your franchise mode before it's like, okay, you're done now, you can't go any farther. For whatever reason, in that year's game, you could literally play forever, because like I said, that was that game where me and friggin' Stare simulated like all of our regular season games, and we would just play the bowl game, and I shit you not, we simulated hundreds upon hundreds of years of football. It is, but until you think about the time that we just spent doing nothing but that. It's like, though we didn't have cable, we didn't even have a phone, but we did have power, a TV, and a PlayStation 1. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. Alright, you down for a par 3 course then here? Alright. I had to clean a room today that had a bunch of the nastiest smelling diapers in there, and it just made me remember and be so happy that I don't have to deal with that ever again anymore.
You don't have to deal with it.
Well, my kids are long beyond diapers, so until I get old and have to wear them myself, I shouldn't have to deal with diapers. But every now and then I'll walk into a room at work and I'll remember why I'm glad I don't have to do that shit at home, and my house doesn't smell like that anymore. Cause like as soon as I cracked the door open today, I was just like, oh holy Lord, gee many Christmas, that's some nasty shit going down in here. I didn't even like, wasn't a mystery. Like there was no, I wonder what that could be. Because sometimes you walk in a room and you smell something and you're like, God, I wonder what that could even be. It's like, because that's different. I'm just going to randomize these settings pretty much, so it's everything but the wind. I'm going to take that easy on us because, God damn it, I don't feel like dealing with that tonight. But everything else, I'm pretty much just letting it do its thing here. Pretty much we're going to do all the holes, blue tees, Wednesday, pins, slow conditions in the evening with west wind. Even though there is no wind. But if there were, it'd be coming from the west. No, I do not want to play it on tour mode, thank you. That does not sound fun at all right now either. Sometime you have to humor me and we have to try it on my other setting where, like I said, you get, it's no, you get a putt read, I guess, I shouldn't say, but you don't get the little dotted line, but you can still see, you know, the green grid, I guess. It's not like you're completely just, you just gotta throw it down there and hope for the best. You know, read the shadows, motherfucker.
Yeah. They, I still don't know, like, even though the lines are moving faster, I don't know, like, how many that means over type thing. It all goes by total feel of that thing. Some of those just don't read very right.
Right. Here's the key, though. As good as we both are with our approach shots, you'd be surprised how much more thought you put into that second or third shot to make sure you don't have to putt it from far away.
Yeah.
And that's the part of golf. If you do make a mistake, that's the, you know, that's the risk reward, you know.
I'd really be timing out.
It actually, I don't know. It really, as far as the length of time it took me, I did 9 holes and I finished it in about the same fucking time it would if I could have used a zoom, because every now and then, you know, I would click my tab button just to make sure I could see the yard markers, and I would just think to myself, okay, that bunker is this far away, I need to make sure I can clear that bunker, you know. So that's where I need to aim, is at that bunker, and that's just kind of how you, and after you do like 2 holes, you're like, oh, I got this shit. I don't know. It made this seem a lot easier. That much I know. Plus now I remember every now and then to check that yardage marker by pressing that select tab, that big ass button thing, to just to be like, oh yeah. Because there are times where I don't think I can carry something because I know I can hit it about 335 in the air with full boost. You know, as long as it's not super up or downhill, I know my yardage pretty well. So if I'm ever curious, just to be certain, I can bring up that yardage marker and be like, oh yeah, I can totally clear that, you know. But there are times even I forget it, and I'm like, oh man, and then I remember I wish I could use that. Alright, are you ready, sir? Do you need a minute to get a...
Nope.
Alright.
Time wisely and focus better.
I can't remember what day it was last week, but I spent like 3 hours up on top of my roof cleaning out my goddamn gutters that were frickin' just horrendously gross. Needless to say, I discovered some new smells that day also. And they were not smells I cared to discover. Our problem is we have one tree that loses a lot of little dead pieces, and then that falls down into the gutter eventually, and then you just get dust and, you know, other wind blowing dirt and shit up in there, and then on top of it you get some, when we do get heavy rain, you get those little tiny bits of roofing that comes down over time. Mix that in with some fucking leaves and cotton, and yeah, next thing you know, you got a cesspool of just nasty. But yeah, it was. I woke up the next day and I got out of bed and my thighs hurt in places I didn't even know I had muscles because I literally had to stand at a funky angle the entire time. No, I could never be a roofer or anything like that where you have to stand up on a roof for more than about 30 minutes at a time, or I'd be screwed. Normally when I do it, I get down for a little bit, I kind of hang out on the ground and clean up my messes, and I go back up and finish. This time I just, fuck it, I'm staying up here until I'm done. I did. Yeah, I regret it. We had a baseball game the next day. I didn't sit down the entire game because it actually hurt more to get up and down out of the bleachers than it did to stand.
I don't like this one at all.
Nice. What time you got to work tomorrow?
3:30.
Is it a late truck night?
Yeah. I hope it doesn't go much back then.
Yeah, I'll probably still be up. About that time, I'll probably be getting on. So, you'll just have to hit me up if you want to do something. I gotta send you that VIP invite before the 30th. We just both have to be online on that game, and I can send it to you. You don't have to do anything. You just have to, you don't have to accept it right away, but you have to at least, I have to send it to you by a certain day. So maybe tomorrow night, even if we don't play it, we'll just both get on there quick, and I'll send you that invite so it at least shows up, and then you'll just not accept it. So yeah, because if you were to accept it, you'd have to, unless you want to use it right away. But the nice thing is I'll still be a VIP for the month of July, so like I said, I should be having some decent paychecks, so maybe if I do get a decent check, I'll go get a $20 card, and that way we can at least just, get in there.
Two spin back steps right over there. I didn't want it. Dog man hit the flag step, so.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it looked like it was going right for the flag stick, and then somehow it just swerved around and landed behind. I was like, yeah, that's a sinker. Oh, the goddamn boat. Well, at least it's in the back of the green. That's the good news. That helps.
Yeah, that's surprising. I think every time we played it, it's
Yeah, you sunk it that one time, dude, when it was super close.
yeah, that was like under the chain and stuff.
Ah, I keep forgetting it's on slow conditions. I keep playing it like it's on average,
Yeah,
and
I did notice that once I started playing. I'm like, wow, it's really different.
that first hole when I chipped it in, I didn't notice it because I never really had to think of it. But the next hole when I hit it, I noticed. I was like, wow, that really didn't do anything. And it's like, it's on slow conditions. No wonder.
Right?
What that would explain a lot. Oh man. Kitty, nobody wants to hear it from you. So you want to hear an example of a small world?
Yeah.
So the other day, Amber was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go outside and take a picture of the drum that's in the garage since we were nobody's really playing it because the boys are still at that age. They're not really ready for a full-on drum set anyway. So it's like just sitting there collecting dust, and it's gonna get bad to the point where we can't sell it. But it's not like a super set. It's literally like a $75 to $50 set." So she's like, "Well, what should we ask?" And I was like, "Just put up 40 and see what happens. I went to work, and by the time I got home, she's like, "Well, there's a lady from York that's going to come look at it. She was the first one to, message me, so I'm going to let her come first. And if she doesn't want it, I got another guy who's interested in it." I said, "All right, cool." I just out of curiosity, I said, "Do you know who it is?" And she's like, "I really can't remember." She's like, "I'll have to look." And right before she got here, I was like, "Hey, real quick, just look and see, who that person was. Because, if she's from York, odds are pretty good one of us, if not both of us, know this chick." Yeah. And so she looked at her name, and I quick checked it on Facebook. And according to Facebook, we had been friends since 2011. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not like forever, but that's a pretty decent chunk of time. I'm only 38, that's 7 fucking years, man. Now I'm kind of like, who is this person, dude? So I finally just today I messaged her and I was like, all right, I feel like I should I should know how I know you, especially after seeing you. Like both me and my wife think we know you, but we can't figure out how. Like, have you lived in York forever? She's like, yeah, I've never not lived in York. And I was like, all right. Oh. So I was like, I started asking like who she kind of knows and stuff like that. Come to find out, she was at that concert me and Josh had back in the day.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, "Yeah, I kind of thought I remembered you too from something weird in York, but I couldn't remember what." I was like, "I guarantee you came to the concert me and my buddy put on in York. I promise." I was like, because it would have been around that time, and that's where a majority of my Facebook friends, that literally I can go back and look at when I became Facebook friends, and it was literally like either a week before, the day after, or within a month after the show. I had so many people that I get reminders about, you've been friends with this person for this long.
Right.
We want to try to do that again, because that shit was fucking fun. And at the time, we had no idea what we were doing. Get in there, ball. Come on, turn. Oh! That felt so good when it came down. Oh, I'd put pretty good front spin because I hit it 96% on accident. Damn it. Kitty? Yeah. Oh. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I thought it went in for a split second because I couldn't see it because of the flag stick, and then out of nowhere it just appeared on the green, and I was like, shit. to zoom in with the old L joystick there with the button push because I couldn't hardly see the hole because of the way the sun was glaring on the grass. From the regular view, well, from the regular high up view that they normally just default you with, it's like, okay, I can see the yardage, I see the flagstick, but it's like I can't see the hole or anything on the green. You zoom in twice, you're like, oh, there it is. Get up, get up. Damn it, didn't get up. I mishit it again. I gotta stop fucking Nancying it up there and just hit the son of a bitch. I don't know why I'm only swinging at 96% every time though, for some reason. I feel like I'm holding it back there long enough, but something apparently isn't right because I should be getting at least 99 or 100. I mean, especially with these clubs, there's no reason I shouldn't be getting at least 99 to a full swing. It's not like I'm sitting there tapping the turbo button or anything fancy. I'm just swinging it. Just fucking it all up, Teetz. That's you should. I don't know what you're waiting for here. That looked pretty familiar, actually. For all we know, this might be easier shot, though. Oh. That it's on slow conditions, too. Oh, yeah. I think your shot probably was ultimately easier. You're a little bit of a snake going on here. Yeah, mine is not straight in. Unless your idea is straight is bent twice, then it's straight. Oh, lipped it. Just about missed it. Damn. Thank you, gravity. Big ups to gravity and all you do. Like, don't you want to thank God? No, I'm good with gravity, man. I had two Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints stop by today. David and Steve wanted to talk to me about Jesus Christ and all his good deeds and how he can make me and the boys a better family. I almost for a split second, because Amber wasn't here, I almost thought about being like, I'm a single dad. Be like, you can make this easier? Just to have a little fun, but then I was like, nah, that's not right. That's not right. Just tell them no thank you and send them on their way. But it was tempting. Hey, there we got a full swing out of that one. Oh, shit. Shit. I didn't do anything to it because it just looks so damn solid.
It did.
And now I really wish I'd have just put, like, even just one tap would have probably been enough. Fuck. That son of a bitch is gonna eat me alive. God damn it. All I had to do was push it one time. Oh, damn, I thought you were gonna dunk it. I need one of my normal regulars. I only have like 3 or 4 regulars that kind of show up from time. I shouldn't even call them regulars, but they are a couple of them. Pretty much anytime I stream, they're here at least for a little bit just to check shit out for me. And that's kind of the most I can expect out of people. I don't expect people to hang out for freaking hours, but I wish one of them would show up because I want to make sure that people can hear me and you because I know we changed your settings, but I have no way of really. I don't know.
Do it chat at all? Can't they leave chat and comments or something? I don't really know how it works.
Well, here, hold on. I can look. Hold on. Let me bring this up on my screen real quick. I can actually bring the video up on my screen. It might fuck with my internet a little bit because that'll suck a lot of Wi-Fi juice, but just bear with me here. I'm gonna try to line up my shot and do this at the same time, so. Oh no, this is that hole with those goddamn trees in the way. Keep that in mind, dude. I don't know. I swear, sometimes they seem like they're in the way, other times they're not. I'd imagine on these tees this close, they're probably in the way. Ah! Yeah, I still can't hear you. I can hear me, but I can't. I hear you over my TV, but I don't hear you on my stream for some reason. It's weird. Oh well.
Thought I had it on.
No, that's alright. We'll just have to check it again. Maybe it's one of those things where there's a setting where you have to set it so you don't have to change it every single time or something.
I hit a tree on that one.
I saw that. I feel bad for it because this hole's a son of a bitch. It's a fun sucker. They look clear, like you can just totally hit it right over them, and then it just goes right into them. Nice fix.
Okay. Good case. Yeah, you don't really want to go too down on a par three.
Yeah, it's pretty tough anytime you get down just because, if the other guy sticks with pars, you pretty much,
Yeah.
or not, or birdies, I mean.
This is 18.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Honestly, I don't really like playing 9 because it just feels incomplete for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like you don't know what you might have left out there had you played the other 9. Because sometimes it takes you 3 holes just to kind of get the feel of things, and then that really only leaves you 6 holes left. I think I just figured out a way for you to actually, you can change your settings without even having to go all the way back to your main menu screen.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta hit that little share button that's next to the giant select tab button. and then there should be like an option that has something that's like sharing and broadcast settings or something like that. I think you'd have to go in there, and I think you can turn it on and off through there. Yeah, I have all my shit turned on, so it should be working for me. So it's not on my. What's that? No, 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 no. So you're gonna just you just tap that button once. Yeah, and then there should be an audio settings or something in that where there's three boxes you check. Huh? That's weird. I'll have to see if it's something on my end maybe that I have turned off or something. I don't even know. I hate this shit. I really need the oldest kid to hurry up and start taking some computer classes and stuff like that. Oh, because I need his help. Dano will like tell me all these things that he's doing and all this stuff that I need to do to make my streams just that much better, because it's stuff that you really do need to do if you really want to make them as best as they can be. But I don't even know where to start. Like even setting up a camera, I'm like, I don't even know how to do that, man. Like, you kidding me? I'm happy I can run my PlayStation and run my laptop some days. Like, I did not pay attention in computer class like I should have. There were some classes I just shouldn't have taken before lunchtime my senior year. That was one of them. That was one of them. I should have had like PE right before lunch, went and eaten, and then it had like math and algebra, computer shit, chemistry, all that shit should have been the last like 3 or 4 classes after lunch. I probably would have had killer grades. Instead, all that shit was early. And I'm just like, I don't even know what you're talking about, lady. Alright, Teets, this is definitely a aceable hole here if you just hit it just right. I'm going for the dunk, but I think I came up short. Ah, and it just stopped like cement, just grabbed that shit. Damn it. I was only able to get a few front spins because I didn't know how much I wanted to put until it got a little closer, and by then it was too late. Didn't help I hit it 98 goddamn percent too. You can just hit triangle, I think it is. Or is it square? Yeah, it's square. That just kind of takes you back to your full default shot there. Yeah, that came in handy because otherwise you got to sit there and go back and forth and back and forth. You're like, God damn it.
Yeah, I was trying it. It was going all the things I read.
I see the logic behind doing it on certain holes, but you actually have to put a little more thought into things.
Yeah.
But like I said, there are certain holes where it's like you can actually use that to help you slow the ball down, or, take a different angle that you wouldn't be able to do by hitting it straight on. It doesn't work so good necessarily. Drives are kind of tough.
Windy, just as windy as the other way.
It'd be even tougher if we changed it where you actually had to hit it crooked.
Right.
But I figure the tournaments that I play online that everybody else in the world plays, you don't have to use that. So why the hell should we play it like that unless we're just screwing around? So
Yeah, I just think it could do
now this hole I might engage the left to right swerve a little bit here. I believe it would be a draw. I can't remember which way it is. I think it draws in and fades away, so this would be a draw because it's coming, yeah, because I'm right-handed. That makes sense, I think. It's also 2:30 in the morning, so you know.
Sure.
I worked the last couple days and it kicked my ass pretty decent, so. We had somebody this morning that decided to call in sick 10 minutes before they were supposed to be there. Well, the real kicker of the situation is they called in earlier and asked how many rooms we had, and by doing that, they knew how many rooms they were going to have. And then 55 minutes later, they text messaged in and said they couldn't make it, and that was the last we heard from them. And I'm like, really? Like, you're going to call at 7:30, ask how busy we were, and then at 8:20, you're going to text in saying you can't make it? Like, why didn't you just say that at 7:30 when you asked how many rooms we had? It's like, I find it hard to believe that in that 50-minute window, you all of a sudden weren't going to make it. Like, maybe something came up, I don't know, but it just seemed a little odd. I guess if I had a legitimate reason to call in 50 minutes after already calling in to check in, I would have a pretty good reason for not making it.
Well, one thing, I think that 4% down.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy how much that affects it?
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it would affect it that much, but those ones I hit it down, it totally killed any momentum the ball should have. Whoa! Bullseye. That was a bullseye.
Dead on, but totally wrong.
Totally wrong. Yeah, if you'd have just taken a little off of it, you'd have dunked that bitch right in. Hey, you got... Oh, whoa. They were going to let you use that? What the hell's going on lately? What are you doing? Yeah, if you want to do that, you got to know what you're doing. There's a trick to it. You got to hit it really high, or you know what I mean? Like, you got to hit the very top of the ball.
Yeah. It wasn't very good one. I'm not sure why I was able to pitch it from the green. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Because normally, yeah, that happened to us last time we played. Actually, I think it happened to me. It gave me the option to do that. That's weird. Damn it, 3% down, but I might be okay because I was using a pretty solid club. Nope, too hard still. Damn it, I figured on slow conditions I might need to put at least a few taps, but I think I overdid it a little bit.
4. I think.
Whew. That came out a little quicker than I expected. That almost went around the entire length of the cup there. Got 5 more holes to get a goddamn hole in one here, Teetz. What are we gonna do?
Well, I'll just take it one.
One would hope, right? Man, this is that hole where it's really, really important to hit it full. 99%, I guess. That's better than 96. Oh!
Oh my god.
You were kidding me.
Oh man.
Are you kidding me? I must have just hit a little ridge because that ball kicked to the right hard the second it hit, and then it just stopped. Damn it. It's twice now I've come like fucking within inches. Oh man.
I didn't do nothing to it. I should have put one weight blanket.
Oh, this hole is in a horrible place. Yo, that cough makes me happy. I don't like to go camping.
Right?
It's like reason number 762 I don't camp. The first 10 are things that can kill you for sure. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? Teach, you didn't fall asleep, did you?
No, you're good.
Alright. Whoa.
Oh.
Damn.
We're doing a lot better if I were winning.
Alright, alright. Hey man, you got a joint, man? No man, not on me. Man, it'd be a lot cooler if you did. Alright, alright. Man. Nothing about this feels normal, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Shit, 96%. Son of a bitch. God damn it. You know? I don't know what my problem is, but that's not good. Oh, damn it. We're running out of holes here. 2 left. Oh, we can do this. This is the one right here. One of the two of us has got to just, yeah, we got to. No pressure or anything, but.
I'm gonna do it. I plan on getting it.
There it is.
Yes.
There it is.
There it is.
One hop, stop and drop, baby. Hoo-ah.
Damn right.
It's about goddamn time. Even though it was pretty easy, I'll take it. Oh.
I hit a 1% down. I think that's my down. Right shot, sir.
Thank you. Stupid ass plants in the way. I'm gonna have to use a right to left fade on this one. Man, this is sketchy as all kinds of. Are you kidding me? Alright. I'm like going through the numbers in my head, and that's where I should hit the ball, I think, but I don't know about this. I guess it came back. I don't know, it just didn't feel like it was going to come back that much. I didn't want to hit the little ridge that's to the right of the flag, because you end up down there. That's going to be a mean putt. Like I said, I don't know, maybe you can go right at it. I just didn't feel comfortable about it. Oh. Yeah, 3 or 4 probably would have sufficed, but you know, to each his own. Yeah, I'll accept both rounds though. Those are pretty decent. Tied the first one, and yeah, this one's just always, usually that's the way it ends up though. One guy kind of runs away with it, and the other guy just makes that one par, and from that point on, it's like, well, shit. All that is that one par. That's all it took.
Right.
Your pitch on the green didn't help, but you know.
No, that was kind of, I would have been 2 under if I would have done that.
Right.
I ain't 2 under.
All right. Well, I'm gonna shut this down and just hold on for a second here. All right. Well, if there is anybody out there still watching, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Later.
You're gonna get bored.